So I went to a trade show last week and I was trying to sell AI chatbots just to see what the reaction would be. It's a new service that I want to offer. I sell websites mostly, I do digital marketing, and I think chatbots are getting pretty good now that you've got models like O1 Preview and O1 Pro, etc. Especially O1 Mini is quite cheap and fast. If you don't know what those are, you need to know what those are. So go and look up AI models. But I went to this trade show and the reactions I was getting were actually horrendous. And I'm going to explain what those reactions were, why I think they were like that, and then what I did to combat it while I was actually at the trade show. So I changed my tactic while I was at the trade show, and I'm going to go through that all in a second. If you don't know who I am, welcome to the video. I'm Alex North-Rule. I take people from stuttering wreck through to confident, successful salesmen. And I got a little book coming out called Brute Force Confidence, which is a method that I teach where you go out and you talk to hundreds of people on the street. Anyway, let's get into the video. If you're a quitter, stop watching this video now. This is high effort. This is not easy peasy. So if you are a quitter, I don't want you watching my videos. Everyone left. Let's talk about this. So the trade show I went to was one called Anticipate, and it was at the Excel Centre in London. The reason I like the Excel Centre is because quite often on the same day, they will have a bunch of trade shows. So you can get a ticket for one, and then once you've been around every single business prospecting, you can then just quickly nip over to a different hall and go into the other halls. This is great because you can end up talking to 150 businesses in a couple of hours, and you get all your nose out the way and you do generate some good leads. So I usually go there and I am selling websites. That's what I do. I do freelance digital marketing. I make websites, I do Google ads, and I do social media. The writing's on the wall a bit with websites, which any of you that have watched this channel recently have started to talk about that. I built a website the other day that I used one line of text with cursor, build me a website for a laundrette. And it made a pretty good website. So the writing is on the wall here with websites, and I want to try new things. I'm not going to stop doing digital marketing because there are a lot of businesses that they still need it. This is going to be a slow transition to completely AI. And it may reach a point on an exponential curve where it suddenly upticks and it becomes obvious that most people can do it themselves. We're not at that point yet, though. So I still think that offering digital marketing and digital consulting as a service, especially when you're starting out, is actually perfect, because you can go out on the street and you can find businesses that need your help. And you walk in and you can talk directly to the owner, or you can get in contact with the owner, and it doesn't cost you any money to learn, it doesn't cost you any money to offer the service, and it doesn't cost you any money to deliver the service. So you can get paid by going outside right now and practicing your communication skills. Isn't that amazing? You can also do digital marketing from anywhere on the planet. So you've got location freedom and schedule freedom built into this. AI is coming in a big way, and AI chatbots are going to be in everything. Kevin Kelly talks about one of the biggest trends is cognizing, I think I've said that right, which is basically that AI chatbot models are going to be in everything. So people are going to have it on their website soon, and it's going to be in the chatbots. Right now, the attitude, and this is separate from the attitude I was getting at the trade show because that was very specific people that I was talking to. Right now, the attitude of people when they get through to an automated system on the phone, they are very, very annoyed that it's an automated system. And I've seen the chat transcripts on website from the little web chat. If you don't know what web chat is, that's another thing you need to look up if you want to do digital marketing. Web chat is the little chat box that appears on your website. You can talk directly to it. Sometimes it's live, sometimes it's a chat bot. When people realize it's an automated system, the attitude is talk to agent. They want agent handoff immediately. That is the technical term, is agent handoff, which is when you go from the model and you ask to be put through to a human. That will slowly switch as agents get better. And the reason that will slowly switch is because it already switched from the majority of people wanting to do a phone call to the majority of people wanting to talk without that contact, without that real-time, I don't know what you would call that, without that real-time interaction on the phone. Most people on a website would prefer to type into the web chat. So the same thing will happen is humans will reply slower than the AI, and eventually, the nuanced areas might not be, but eventually the responses that AI gives you for the business will be better. So what were the reaction that I was getting at the trade show that was so terrible? My initial strategy that I was going around and asking these businesses, and these businesses, a lot of the time that I was talking to, they were quite large businesses. They had large stands at the trade show. And if you haven't watched my other video on trade shows, I'll just quickly say, the larger your stand, the more money you pay. And if your stand is quite considerable at a trade show, it's usually a bloody massive company, and the people on the stand are way far down in the chain. If you want to sell something to a business, a big business, you need to be talking to people quite high up that control the money. The people on the stands at trade shows for a big business are unlikely to be decision makers. They're going to be salespeople. In that case, you want to concentrate your effort around the outside of the trade show where the little stands are. Or you want to find the people with the big stand where it's quite clear it's two people that work at the company and the company owner, and they've gone big for this trade show. So they're really trying to meet people. There's a real scale. I'm actually going to make a bit of video on that because the tactics when you're in there to not waste time are quite important. If you're in practice mode, you should talk to everyone. You should get rejected by everyone. And that is the best way to build confidence. That's the brute force confidence method, a little product drop without even noticing. So the reaction I was getting when I would walk up to these big businesses where it's just the salesman is, ugh. So I would say, I'm building AI chatbots that automate some customer service. And the reaction was basically like I'd said, I'm here to take your job. I'm the fox in the chicken coop. And I even, after about 20, seriously, like, no, we're all right, thanks. Because I'm talking to salesmen who think customer service, I'm answering leads, that's going to take my job. And people are in the mindset right now, AI is going to take my job. It is. The cat's out the bag. Sorry, but the cat's out the bag. It's fully out the bag. So their reaction was really, ugh. And even when I changed my tactic after 20 and I started saying, you know, when you go and you say, this might be a waste of time for you, sort of a self-depreciating sale. Well, I used something like that, but I was saying, hi, I'm the fox in the chicken coop. Because when you're at a trade show, you've got a little badge on, yeah? You got a little badge, and it says what your name is, what your company is, and what you do. And I love sales, so I'm not embarrassed about being a salesman. So I always put Alex Rule, my company name, sales. Whereas most people try and hide it behind a longer title like business development, head of sales development, SDR. You know, I'm sales. I'm here to sell you something. Sales is the best career. Honestly, it's the best. So I changed the tactic. I use self-depreciation. So I'm the fox amongst the chickens. I'm the fox in the chicken coop. Even that, the fact that I even said AI chatbot just got me the worst reactions. And so I went outside, I had a little regroup, and I thought, what the hell is going on? I was a bit disappointed because I thought this is definitely going to be a winner. I'm going to sign people up on the spot. I was talking to the wrong people. If I'm going to be talking about eliminating someone's job or efficiency like that, You need to talk to the business owner, the one that would directly financially benefit from that. I was talking to people that would only benefit through time, and therefore, because they don't value their time, they were thinking, this is going to eat my job. And because of what they've got in their head about AI now, right? So I went outside and I started thinking, okay, what do these people hate and what could AI solve? And I thought, well, we could put an AI model and we could pass all their emails through. So someone on customer service, they get a lot of spam emails. I send a lot of spam emails myself. Not spam, I send a lot of emails. I do a lot of calls and I do a lot of face-to-face approaches. But someone manning an email account, which is the info@businessname.com, they get a whole load of spam emails, right? So something valuable, I thought, okay, what if I used AI and we pass all of their emails through AI and we ask, based on what this business does, is this spam or is this a client? Because a lot of keyword-based spam filters, they can chuck some clients away, but an AI that knows what your business does is going to look at the sentiment of the email and really think, is this spam, is this not? So not only are they going to save time by not having spam, but they're also going to stop leads, good leads, going into spam because the AI is going to understand sentiment. So I went back in. And because I had changed it now from self-depreciation, but basically saying I can automate some of your job, and I started depreciating and insulting AI, saying, hey, look, AI is getting so good, there's going to be a lot of spam. This is now an arms race. I've got a system where I can filter all your emails through and I stop you losing leads and I save you having to look at spam. Game changer. And I got some decent leads from that. I didn't do it for too long because I thought, okay, I found a little system here that works, but do I want to build an AI spam system? No. But the moral of this story is that if you're going to sell AI specifically that has a chance of removing someone's job, you need to be talking to the person that financially benefits from this, not the person whose time it saves, unless they are the same people. Because the current attitude is, for most people, rightly so, AI is going to take my job. Because it is. There'll be new jobs. I think it's going to be a self-checkout method. So you've seen in the supermarkets, right? Oh, God. Knock my camera over. You've seen in a supermarket, right? Which is, we've gone from checkout, each one with a person on it, a queue of people, and so then you have a personal interaction with the person on the checkout. They can see one person at a time, so it's a one-for-one model of checkout to person. Checkout to customer, 1. Now, with self-checkout, you've got one stressed-looking employee running around looking after 15 to 20 also irritated people who are getting worse service. So it may be faster for the business, but it is worse service. And I can imagine that this is the way most businesses are going to go in the middle. So before these chatbots get so good and so proactive, not reactive, you can set them off, agentic. Before that, we're going to have a self-checkout model where it be one employee managing 20 AI models. And the cat's out the bag, so get on the train, basically. I'm Alex Northrall. Thank you for watching. If you want to get the first few chapters of my book on confidence, Brute Force Confidence, which is volume 1, I will just briefly explain what I'm trying to do with this. I want to release a set of books that walks someone through being a bit of a unconfident, maybe a bit of a shell of a human, and I can take you up through brute force to the point where you can make a living and be successful in sales, which is the best career and everything is sales, right? So volume 1 is brute force confidence, where I take you through 100 rejections. And like I said at the beginning, if you're a quitter, you need to stop watching my stuff, because this is not a low effort method. This is high effort brute force confidence. You're going to get rejected a lot of times, and eventually you'll love it, because that's what sales is. Volume 2 is Sales 101. I've already written that. There's an okay version on my website right now of Sales 101, but that's volume 2. Volume 3 is Street Sales Bible. This will be specifically the tactics you need to generate sales for your marketing business, or any business really, but I've done it with marketing on the streets. Volume 4 is Cold Call Mastery. If you can sit there on the phone and generate business, well, I mean, you can sit anywhere, can't you? Doesn't that sound good? And then volume 5 is Sales Solves Everything, which is something I came up with my friend Mike. Sales Solves Everything will be just the master encapsulation of everything I love about sales and how to use it to great advantage to yourself. Those will be the books, and they might just be in ebook form, I'm not really sure, but they will walk you through the very full road, and it's going to be a fun thing to have produced in my life. I'll be very proud when those are done. And alongside that, there'll be a sales school. So this will be a group, paid group. I might do it on school.com. Paid group where we're all in there and you can ask questions directly with me. Out of those, the best salespeople that I find from the group will be invited to join a smaller club. And I want to build a team of extremely good salespeople that love sales and they love what they're doing, so that eventually when there's an opportunity that comes up, we can band together as people that love sales and just dominate. If that sounds fun, you can sign up to my email, get in contact with me, write a comment, give me some feedback. But reminder, if you're going to sell AI, you need to talk to the person that financially benefits, not the person which gains some time. Thanks very much. I'm Alex Northrall.